the thealicehime. I changed my mind. I was like, maybe I should make another video. Like, this is actually my story. I want to make a story time video. Oh god, here she goes again with her story time videos. Why is she doing this? Why is she torturing us with her stories? Well guys, I'm gonna do this. And my coffee is cold. I did the test of Manic Pixie Dream Girl and the test of the goth rebel dream girl. And we're gonna talk about that. How I became this and how it all started. We're going back to memory lane. Pushing back. I wish I had Back to the Future kind of. I wish I had the DeLorean. I could be like a Back to the Future and go driving like that. And I'm like, move it, suckers! I'm out of here! I'm going to the past! I would be like that. I would totally be like, Sanaya, suckers! No. I would be like that. I still have pictures of my god fashion. Maybe I can put them in between. Maybe I could put in between in the video. So I'm gonna try. So I was this awkward, very awkward, and I haven't changed a bit in that kind of way. A very awkward teenager. No, really? C'est moi? Yes, c'est moi. Yeah, me. That's me. I was a teenager, I was 14 years old, and I was sitting in a class, and I loved drawing. I love drawing anime, I love drawing cartoons, I love drawing anything comic book related, because I've been growing up with comics. And here's every little plushies and little sunlight. I have my own filter, the sun. Come and get it, son. Yeah. And the fun part about that was actually, and I had a good teacher, but I was kind of in the fence with the popular gang and kind of the awkward person. Yes, it's horrible. Well, it is kind of. But here's the thing. I was super insecure about myself. Oh my god, my teenage years would make me so insecure sometimes. I didn't feel like I didn't know where do I belong. And I think that's normal when you're a teenager. Like, what am I? Well, it's my lifestyle. What's my lifestyle going to be? And we didn't have any alternative people at our school. Later, way later. A lot later. And I was the only one who, my mom always dressed me. And I kind of hate it. Sometimes I hate it and sometimes I didn't hate it. Sometimes she dressed me in these clothes I really liked. And sometimes she dressed me in these clothes I didn't like at all. But I still love her. I love you, Mom. I still love you, Mom. But a couple of years later, I also been through a lot of stuff in my teenage years that's actually hard to talk about. That's actually have to do with bullying and cyberbullying. Like later in my life, cyberbullying, and it still sometimes hurts because I think a lot of people have that horrible thing in their lives that's hurtful, that's sometimes remind yourself, but you still have to keep moving on, keep on the train and go on. And it was also a year before my granddad died, and it was very difficult for me. I loved my granddad. He was my rock. It's from my dad's dad. He would be strict, but he was super sweet. I loved spending time with my granddad. He was one of the best people in my life, except for my godfather and my mom. And my family, my brother and my sister. I love them. I love my stepbrothers and sisters too. And I love my stepdad too. Now I'm going to confess that also. So the thing is, I was super into, I love everything. When I was a teenager and a child, I was loving everything. Renaissance. Movies about fantasy movies, Star Wars, anything that has to do with the geek culture, nerd or geek culture, I loved it. History, biology, literature, English. That's kind of, I'm a bit nerdy, a little bit. I'm baby nerdy. But when I was a teenager, that was very difficult also for me. It's also going to be a serious story. I'm also being happy story. I'm trying to be that. I was sitting in class. I can remember one moment, but some moments are very blurry. Sometimes, I remember that clearly. I was in a class and I was drawing. I was drawing like a fan fiction kind of, Daoshinshin like fan comic. about a character called Munako, and she would be, I would be not so bad writer actually, but she would be with love with Rama and Inuyasha. That sounds very polyamorous, I know. Teenage minds, right? Well, I think it was more like a love story between two of them. She would meet Rama before, and she would meet Inuyasha later, and they will fight over her. I don't know why I did these things. My childhood mind and my teenage mind must be very confused. But I was a sucker for romance. I liked when I was a teenager. I loved romance movies. When I got older, I was like, I've seen this already. One of my favorite movies is I never thought it would be, is The Holiday. It was The Holiday? Oh, The Anniversary. It's one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite romance movies. Yes, I love, and also Grease. I love Grease Lightning. Grease Lightning, go, Grease Lightning. I love Grease Lightning. I went to a musical of Grease Lightning. Yes, I also went to a lot of musicals when I was a teenager. I love Aida. Aida is one of my favorites. I love Phantom of the Opera. It's one of my favorites too. I love Phantom of the Opera. I love Wicked. I used to have a video, and it's still in my desk, of the musical of Cats. I like the musical better than the movie because the musical is very, oh my god, I watched it and watched it. No wonder I got into these things actually, in acting and other things, like being like, yeah, no wonder. It's also because of my mom. My mom loved opera, and we've been growing up with opera, classical music, very multicultural. My mom's very multicultural. That's the thing I really love about my mom. She's very multicultural, and it was a hard time also because I was a teenager and we moved a lot. We moved a couple of times. I think two times we moved. But I didn't have a super bad. I didn't have a bad life, but I was still, school and stuff wasn't actually for me a happy place to go to. So how did I actually became into this kind of fashion? It was on the age of 16 years old. I already always loved this fashion. I have magazines. I have these magazines with dragons in there, where you can buy dragon statues and stuff. I am such a sucker. I also went to Fantasy Fair a lot. And then when I was older, when I had some money, I loved that, going to Fantasy Fair and going to fun fairs and like Renaissance fairs and conventions. I'm going to San Diego Comic Con. No, I'm going to San Diego Comic Con maybe, and I'm also going to Dutch Comic Con in Amsterdam. And I changed my mind. I'm going to cosplay Tina. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm going back to the story. Back to the story. I'm sorry, this video is actually too weird for you guys. I'm going to make a part 2 of that. Because I still have to go to memory. I get my TARDIS, I get my DeLorean. I will go to the time machine. I will get back to the future in my teenage past year, and I will do that. But this is the video. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to be more professional. I'm trying to do being more myself. Video, I have to edit a lot of stuff in there, and I'm kind of excited, and I cannot wait to do more videos. Like part 2 I'm gonna make maybe today or maybe another day, and I still have to work on stuff. Man, it knows each. I think it's gonna rain. Well, this guy's video, don't you know what to do, you know what a ring is. Bye bye. I'm sorry, this video is actually too weird for you guys. I'm gonna make a part 2 of that. Because I still have to go to memory. I get my TARDIS, I get my DeLorean. I will go to the time machine. I will get back to the future in my teenage past year, and I will do that. But this is the video. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to be more professional. I'm trying to do